Elena was no stranger to suspenseful and dead-end drafts. As a 25-year-old aspiring horror writer and librarian, she often sought refuge in the silent corners of her town's oldest public library. The building was worn but alive with stories, most long forgotten. On a rainy evening, found a dust-covered old manuscript in the library semi-basement. With no title and no author, the pages inside were yellowed and blank, except for a single sentence on the first page. "Write, and I will finish the rest." A joke? A writing prompt? Curious, Elena began scribbling a story about a small village haunted by a child on her desk. As she wrote, new words started to appear beneath her sentence, written in the same style but not by her hand. At first, it was exhilarating. Elena would write a paragraph, and the book would continue the story perfectly and chillingly, as if it knew her thoughts. But then one night, as she was writing in the semi-basement, the ink on the page bled and rearranged into a chilling phrase. Then she felt something behind her. The lights flickered. Elena looked up, and in the reflection, she saw someone standing over her shoulder from the gleam coming from the window. Elena stopped writing for days, but the manuscript didn't. It kept filling in its own pages, even when she wasn't touching it. Each day, the story grew darker, revealing terrible incidents that were happening in the village. One day, she flipped ahead to a page she had never written. It described the library in chilling detail. Strange things began appearing. Wet footprints around her desk and semi-basement floor. A child's drawing of the village pinned to her desk. A whisper from the corner, "Finish the story." Then Elena started to see them. The characters from the story. Ghostly villagers peeking from the windows. A pale child sitting on top of a bookshelf. And a tall, faceless man in the bathroom mirror always seemed closer each time she looked. She tried to burn the manuscript. The flames recoiled. The book remained unharmed. It flipped open on its own, showing new words. "You will write until you are written." Terrified, Elena tried to return the manuscript to its shelf. But each time she would do that, she would find it waiting for her on her desk. The pages were endless now. It was writing about the things that she was seeing in real life. In her last moments sitting at her desk, the villagers surrounded her, ghostly, murmuring. The child watched, eyes void. The faceless man stood behind her, hand on her shoulder. Ink ran down the desk from the manuscript. Elena's final scream echoed through empty library. The last words she ever saw, written in her own handwriting. And so she joined them. Weeks later, a new librarian found the manuscript on a forgotten shelf. She flipped through pages. Now it had a title, "The Stories That Watch by Elena." She turned to the middle page. Another writer started to write. The lights flickered. She smiled and began to write.